Hi guys, welcome back to August Love Story channel. My name is Artieka.
And my name is Tommy.
And I don't know why every time I start talking, I have to adjust my microphone. Today, we are reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 19, Episode 11. That episode, I have no idea what it's titled. Do you, Tommy?
I'm done.
I'm done. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. I wrote the list about Meghann and Derrek and then Jalyn and Josh. So let's start with Meghann and Derrek and then go to Jalyn and Josh. So, Meghann and Derrek, for some reason, felt like people were going to know that she was pregnant because she wasn't drinking. I was like, these people do not know you.
Right. They don't know to even think about that. And I'm pretty sure they have like things to say once they do find out that she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm. But they talked about her drinking non-alcoholic wine while they were on the retreat, and that she hopes that she's pregnant with a set of twins, a boy and a girl. He said, is that intuition? She said, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. So the rest of this episode for them was just them babysitting her friends' kids. I wonder where her sibling.
That was her friend?
Yeah.
I thought that was her brother.
Mm-mm.
I just put Nate and Rachel.
No, that was her friend. Rachel's her friend and Nate's the husband.
Yeah.
Which she has nibblings. I don't know if it's nieces or nephews or both. Because remember, we found out her mom is a bad grandmother.
It's a terrible grandmother.
So I was like, why wouldn't y'all do that for y'all nieces and nephews? But I think she said her brother was pretty private. And that's why he wasn't at the wedding.
Yeah.
So they had to find somebody who would let their kids be on camera.
Mm-hmm. He called her MILF.
He did. Something that I've been noticing about Meghann, and I haven't pointed out in the episodes, is her eyes always look shifty. Like, she'll be mid-conversation, she'll just kind of like look off like that. You're like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I never noticed that at all.
I've always thought it was weird. You got anything about them?
I think they had a good play date with the kids.
I want people to realize that it is not realistic getting somebody's kids that are not infants to see what life is going to be like with kids, because we eased into this.
Yeah.
My 6-year-old and my 3-year-old are a lot, but as newborns, they were not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was very cool newborn parent. I was tired.
Yeah.
But that was from the constant eating. I
mean, you do what you can. You get the kids that are around you and you deal with the kids that are around you, and you figure you know, it's a little late to try to figure all that out now. It's just you trying to see how it's gonna be in years to come. Mm-hmm. With 3. One thing I did right was he needs to drop the number 3 and just, see how this first one goes.
Because she might have an amazing labor and be like, absolutely doing this again. Best decision I've made. She might have a terrible labor and be like, the book stops here.
Yeah. Man, and that's the thing. You never really know how everything's going to go. And you kind of got to treat everyone or every pregnancy like it's a...
Because they can all be very different.
Because for me, it was different from the first one and the second one, because the first one you were more present. But then the second one, we were going through COVID, deep into it. Mm-hmm. So it was like you was going to the doctor by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Tommy's first time hearing the baby's heartbeat on the monitor was my very last appointment. Yeah. Little did we know we were going to have a baby that weekend.
Right.
But he couldn't come to anything.
Right. And so it's like, it was completely different from the first one where I was at every appointment. And,
I only remember 1 or 2 appointments that you didn't come to.
Yeah. But it's again, it's like I had Lily to deal with when you was pregnant with Quad, and when you was pregnant with her. I didn't have anybody. I could just play the game all willy nilly.
And you be like, let's do it again. Absolutely not.
But I laughed at, she was like, he said the S word, and she was like, no cussing in front of the kids, and I was like, yeah,
because they gonna repeat. They're gonna repeat.
Terrible me, because I do say a cuss word or two.
You got anything else?
No, not for them.
All right, so next up was Jalyn and Josh. This episode for them was just them trying to blend their friend groups. I put they took their friends to go do crafts together. I don't know what they were doing.
I didn't even look at the TV.
Somebody was painting. Somebody looked like they were sewing some pieces.
Wasn't they throwing hammers? Hatchets?
They started there.
Axes. They was throwing axes at first, which we got to do that.
I'm going to be terrible at it, but
yeah, probably. Me too, probably.
But you have more power behind your throw than I do.
I just try harder.
No, it's not that. You're just stronger than me.
Sometimes it's okay to accept how much strength you
just
put
accept
into
it. Just accept it.
It's how you. It's
just accept
how you throw it. I don't want
accept
to.
It.
What I wanted to ask you this question, see what you'll say. What's the first thing you would do in my body if we switch bodies? I thought that was a great question, and I thought it was funny.
I don't know, but we noticed that all of them was just like have sex.
Yeah. Everybody said I tried out.
Who was it? Was it Josh that wanted to have sex with himself?
Yeah. Him and Derek.
Meghann was like, I want to see if Warner Wood is a real thing.
Right.
They're like, you don't believe it?
Right. Just wake up before me and wake me up and see what happens.
Anywho.
What's your answer? What would you do?
I don't have an answer.
You don't?
Because I just... Nope. I don't have an answer. Like there's nothing...
You know what I would do?
What?
I would stretch.
You think I don't stretch?
You definitely don't. And you need to.
Okay. All right.
I would bend you backwards.
I'm gonna go to the chiropractor. Let them stretch me out. I miss that so much. Like, I miss going to the chiropractor.
I'll be like, man, your body been needing this, man. Let me go ahead and do this for you. Show you how much I love you.
Tommy, crack your back and not in the sexual way. Anyways.
What else? They got the group together. What do you like to do together?
They had nothing.
And they had absolutely not one thing. And I think that's okay. Because
I was waiting on one of them to be like sex.
Right, outside of that. But no, I think that's okay up until a point. There has to be a point where you can recall y'all went on a date. And I think that comes with more time. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what happens in the meantime or between time, but it's like, the more dates you go on, the better you get to know each other. The times that you spend together, you'll find more things that you like to do. Mm-hmm. And I think they talked about the Burning Man on this episode too. No, that was the next episode.
You see why I said I wanted to just watch one? I don't like that I know what happens next. Mm-hmm. They started wondering if they're just too different, or I should say Jalyn started wondering if they're just too different. I think that one of the issues is that they grew up very differently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And since they grew up very differently, their hobbies, habits, I don't know what other H word I could put in there, are just different. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times you have a hard time finding something that you relate on the same level with when you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you like. I don't feel like you and I grew up, and it's probably because we're Black, but I don't feel like we grew up so differently that I have to explain things from my life to you. Mm-hmm. It's just they grew up very differently and they went off on different paths. And it's just, I hate to say it, different.
Yeah.
I don't have another word besides
Like,
different.
I get that, man. But they have to be mature enough to understand that we're different and we're going to like different things. But if I like you as the person, then, you know, that'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like you for a reason. You like me for a reason. Let's figure out that reason outside of this is who the experts chose me to be with, you know, and this is my person for the next 8 weeks type of thing. But really deep dive into what you guys really like about each other, you know, and none of that superficial stuff, you know. I think I seen something on Instagram where the question was, what's something you like about your partner? And the lady was like, I like that you warm my feet. And
like she sticks her feet under him.
Yeah. And it was like he wrote, yeah, like I don't think about it, and, you know, got in the bed and did the same thing again and just laughed about it at that point because, you know, he was like, I never thought about that, you know, but simple things like that comes with time with them. And I think if they give it time, that could be the thing that, you know.
Yeah. My next couple that I wrote the least about is Rhonda and Pat. So Rhonda and Pat going to have a picnic with her grandkids. She lets us know that her stepdad is in the hospital unexpectedly with pneumonia. And then she wants to scold him again about buying this ticket for this concert. And he said he accepts that he didn't coordinate that well. And she's like, coordinate? What a interesting choice of words.
Yeah, she wanted him to ask him, can we go? And it was something with his mom.
So he was taking his mom. And I get it. I'm taking my mom to go do something. You're my new spouse. Hey, just join us.
Yeah.
And she's like, you could have asked me. Okay, I'll get a ticket away. That's what I wanted him to say.
Right. Like,
never happen again. I will never buy you anything else again because you're harping on this. And it's not that serious. Like, if it had just been the two of them that he bought the ticket for, I could see you being like, hey, reach out to me before you do something like this.
I can see her saying, reach out to me anyway.
Yeah, but 17 times?
No,
this is like the third.
That's what I'm saying.
Time.
It's like you just say it the one time and leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like, he's not your child. That's what I think bothers me about Rhonda is that she treats him like a child, and then she feels like attacked when he's not listening to her because she's nagging him all the dang
because
time.
That's what she does to her kids.
Right.
Like, and when it's your kid and you say you better listen to me, they have to be like, okay.
Right.
But Pat could just be like, whatever, get out my face.
Right. But that's not his character. His character is to please her. As we find out when he's talking to Adrian.
She says she doesn't feel like he's saying, like, what he's saying means anything. And he said despite his efforts, he doesn't feel seen, that she doesn't feel seen or heard. It's because all you do is talk
about yourself. You don't, or we haven't seen on TV where she's asked him questions about him.
With the exception of the space launch.
Right.
And I don't really know that she asked him how did he get into it, but there was no like follow-up questions.
Yeah. Like she didn't allow the space for him to express his thoughts and feelings because she brought up the thing about the song, which
to Adrian,
which I was like, I didn't see anything wrong with him saying, well, that's not how
I felt. Adrian had the wrong response.
Why?
What did Adrian say to her or say to him? He said it's stupid behavior and you need to fix it. And I was like, is it? Because you're only really hearing Rhonda's side of things and you're hearing Pat's rebuttals to Rhonda's side of things.
And he wasn't, if he was supposed to be a listener to both of them and try to help them in that situation, you can't be one-sided.
I feel like Adrian flew down there to make this television appearance. Never for us to hear from him again.
Mm-hmm.
And this was just his weekend getaway. Because he didn't help them resolve a single issue in this meal.
Like, because for him to say he feels lost with Rhonda. This is Pat talking to Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
And Adrian, then Pat was like, he's been on eggshells trying to figure out how to talk with her.
He said, he was like, she doesn't make me feel safe and secure. I walk around on eggshells. And then they're just like, ask her. Basically, the response is, ask her before you buy a ticket to something and be yourself. Well, if his self is aloof.
Yeah. And see, that was the thing. It was like, he tell you all these things. I don't know if that was just supposed to be between him and Adrian, but he tell you all these things, and then here she comes and sit down, and everything she says, you're like, Pat, you need to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, essentially, it's like bad dog, Pat.
Right.
But he's telling you his feelings like he doesn't have the right to have the feeling. And that's what's been going on with their whole relationship. It's everything is Rhonda. And then Pat's just, well, Pat's not doing this or Pat's doing that.
She said to Adrian that Pat takes her direct tone as anger. And I was like, because it is.
Right.
Every time you're very direct with him, you're angry. Angry or frustrated. And Pat was like, and then that turns into disappointment, and you're disappointed because you're not feeling seen or heard. And it's like, okay, you're not feeling seen, you're not feeling heard. Have you ever thought that maybe he's not feeling seen or heard?
No.
Have you ever thought that maybe he's telling you things about himself because you don't ask things about him?
That has never popped across her mind, because it's a thing of her past. What she brought up before was she never wants to be put in a position where she isn't seen or heard. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't allow the space to not be seen or heard. And then when she feels like it, when he brings in a fact about himself or stop listening to her because she's rambling on and on, you're not hearing me.
Right.
I'm going up in arms. She said she walked away from the table when Adrian said something.
When he said, this is stupid, you need to fix it.
Yeah. She walked away from the table to cry. And she told the producer, because he just got it and Pat is still not getting it after 15 weeks.
He ain't living it.
And my thing was, why not say that right there? Why not ask, how does he gets it? How aren't you getting it? Like, where are we missing here? Because that's the whole point. You have to communicate that to your partner.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. And then you have to be able to explain it, because him just agreeing with her doesn't mean he gets it. He just knows how to play the table.
And sometimes that's all that matters to the person, because him, in your words, playing the table makes her feel seen and heard.
Right.
It doesn't matter if he actually cares.
Right.
If he would advise to do anything different. He's just like, I see you, I hear you.
Right.
And she's like, oh God, he got it.
He probably told Pat, man, you probably need to leave her alone.
Well, another one bites the dust.
Right.
The only other thing I wrote is that Rhonda doesn't want him to be himself. And then I said, I'm tired of the Rhonda show.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Oh, no, not for them.
All right. So do you want to end with Brittany and Will or Belynda and Chad?
It don't matter.
We got two left.
Oh. I wrote it since Belynda and Chad made me happy because they made it to the end of our review. So we'll end with them.
Okay, so we'll end with them.
Yeah.
All right. So Brittany and Will. We opened with Brittany crying in the bathroom to Meghann about the lack of emotional connection, and everybody kept telling him to go in and check on her. So she goes in. She says, "This is stupid. I'm done." Who did I say I thought was done? You said it was Rhonda and
Yeah.
We read the titles of the episodes and I was like, I wonder who's done. And he was like, Rhonda.
Rhonda and Pat, for sure. But
it was Brittany and Will.
Brittany and Will.
She said, this is stupid. I'm done. I can't do this. He tells her he's happy to be there with her and he wants to be there with her. They have some pillow talk about Meghann and Jalyn speaking for her. And she tells him she appreciates him coming to check on her. And he tells her he wants this, but he could be doing a better job. I feel like their entire relationship is just a vicious cycle of Brittany in her head overreacting, Will not saying words or phrases in terms that gets the full meaning across to the person that's asking the question.
Yeah.
We really like each other. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah. What you think it is with Will, man, that they had to tell him to go see about her?
I don't know. Okay, so on this episode, his mom was in town. Brittany got his mom to come in for his 31st birthday. I thought that his mom would give us some insight. And his mom definitely gave them insight.
Yeah.
But his mom didn't really explain him to us.
She did a little bit.
You think so?
With he's not emotional. He doesn't show his emotions on his sleeve. I wanted more from mom in that moment because there are more questions to ask to understand Will a lot better than
I hope that they had like behind the scenes conversations.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. That was probably a shortened version of their whole conversation at the dinner table. But it's with Will, I don't get it because I put myself in that position. If I saw that you were upset about something, and even after I saw the girl come back, I'd have went in and checked on you because they were gone for a minute.
Especially because it wasn't like some blow up, I hate you.
Yeah.
Like we've been fighting type of situation.
Right.
This was literally a discussion at a table and Brittany got overwhelmed and didn't want everybody to watch her cry. Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's like once he went in there, he knew exactly what to do and say.
I think he doesn't want to lean into the emotional intelligence that we know is hidden in there somewhere. And he also needs to get the little voice back in his head and not out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, he'll never be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things, and I know you agree with this, that you do not say that you want to say.
To who?
Me.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. But it's a thing of understanding, first off, seeing you as a human being and that you have feelings and emotions. And then it's another thing of understanding who you are and how that would be received. You know, because the thing about it is, it's like I'm most honest with myself and you on this earth. And then everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I try to have the kids directly under you.
Right.
But they be making it hard.
Because you have to think about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't do a lot of thinking when I come to talk to you, but I do think about how would this, make her feel? How can I say this? And stuff like that. I do think about that. But for him, it's like, what are you thinking about when it comes to her?
I don't know.
What, like she's telling you, I don't feel secure. What can you do to make her feel secure in situations that y'all wind up in, you know?
Yeah. Later on that night, she tells him that she loves him and they make out. Did he tell her back in that moment?
He did.
Okay. I missed him telling her.
And then they
back.
went to commercial. That's the only time we heard him say, I love you too.
Okay. No.
So far.
Yeah.
So far.
They be kissing.
Yeah.
Boy, do they be kissing.
That's all they got.
Maybe. I'm sure they're having sex.
Nah, he ain't say they was, and she ain't say they was. Maybe they was like, not on camera. We ain't gonna talk about it on camera.
We're not gonna talk about it anymore because we've had this mishap. And they remember what happened to Oubre. Ryan Oubre.
What happened to him?
When the girl was like, won't you just have sex with me? And then they
Why
did
she
have
do?
sex.
I never understood that. If they were having sex and she just on TV talking about
production. And speaking of production, that leads us into our last couple.
Belynda and Chad.
So, they start off with him asking her if she found anything shocking about Jalyn at the game night. And she was like, nah, Jalen's grown. I was like, okay, I get it. She does tell us that she can see a future with Chad. And she tells him that she wants him to ask her questions. They talk about him not liking living in the apartment, which I get. Apartments are loud. You have people above your head. You have people below you. You have people going past your door. And I think they're in one of those apartment complexes that has like the garage in the middle. Mm-hmm. So when people are like opening and closing the garage door, half of the tenants have to walk past your apartment. Yeah. It's a lot of noise. And I fully understand where he's coming from. And then that dog. Now, he said to her early in the relationship, I don't know about this dog sleeping with us. Mm-hmm. How is it the week before decision day?
The day. It's days before decision.
Days before decision day. The week of decision day.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about this dog. He has stated that he doesn't like this dog. Now, I ain't really been on Chad's side like that, right? But I'm on his side with this. I've told you that I don't like this. You don't hear me. And you're making it seem like I'm wrong for bringing it up.
Yeah.
I've stated this time and time again.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't on Chad's side about this one.
The dog?
No. About his whole temper tantrum that he's throwing. The dog is just a piece of it.
No. I'm saying like the dog situation. Specifically the dog.
Yeah.
He has been having this conversation about the dog.
I don't understand why she, like, if he says, I don't want the dog sleeping in the bed, I don't know why she won't.
And they don't have a king size bed.
Nah, they bigger people.
And that dog is not small.
No.
Like, bruh, something gotta give.
The dog gotta get out the bed, man.
And she was talking about his unwinding time and how he kind of wants to unwind by himself on the couch and not with her. And I'm like, that's something that you just gonna have to.
Like, you either decide to join him. Like I didn't understand her part in that. Because I think sometimes me and you get into, like, it's not an argument or anything, but you'll be like, are you coming to bed tonight? And my whole thing is I be wanting the option to watch TV.
When I ask you, it's not because I'm trying to take away from what you're doing. I'm deciding what I'm going to do.
No, I get that. But it's like, for me, it's more so of, like, if I was to compare the unwinding time, right? Mm-hmm. It's so I have the option of doing things without disturbing anybody, because I can't watch TV like I want to. Yeah, I'll probably fall asleep.
I can't fall asleep.
Yeah, I'll probably fall asleep on it too. But, I like to have that option to do it.
And I ask on the nights that I know you don't have to get up early the next day, hey, what are you doing? What is your plan? Right. Because I know what's going to happen on the nights that you have to get up early the next day. I got those down. Yeah. What's today? Today's a wild card. What are we doing here? Yeah.
And so that's how I liken it to what Chad was doing when he have a drink and sit on the couch. I'm pretty sure you watching something on TV or something like that.
Might just be having a moment of silence.
Yeah.
He also said that this production schedule is getting to him. I get it. I've obviously never.
This is the part I don't agree with.
I've never been on a. I'm saying I understand production schedule getting on your nerves. Yeah. I understand that. How he went about expressing it, I don't agree with, but I'm saying I understand. And I felt like Belynda didn't have his back in that regard, because when they told them that they weren't filming and she went All right, Michael. He leaned forward.
Oh. Like you said his name,
huh? They said that they were going to have they weren't going to be filming. She makes a hair appointment, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, JK, we're filming today."
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like that, and he was like, "Hey, my wife has an appointment." She's like, "But I didn't have an issue with filming." Saying my wife has an appointment and saying I have an issue with filming are two different things.
Yeah.
And you can't film without him.
Yeah.
It's called Married at First Sight. They're worried about the couples. So if you're not there because you have an appointment and he don't want to film today, what we gonna do?
Well, the thing that I disagree with him because of the history that he has with production. Mm-hmm. For when they was on
the honeymoon.
And he had that outburst with them. Him getting tired of filming. The thing that I'm like, you can't complain because one, you signed up for the show. Mm-hmm. You agreed to do this show.
I think two things can be true. You can agree to do the show, but you can also be overwhelmed with the process.
You can be overwhelmed, but it's like, because you're overwhelmed, it doesn't mean that, you know, you gotta shut all of this. We're done. Like me, I'm a person of there's a way to talk to people.
I felt like we got too close to the end, where the end is in sight, and we got 3 days.
I'm like, I'm like, man, bro, like you have made it this far.
Now I could let you know that I'm irritated with this and still be willing to stick it out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I agree with him. Like, I can voice my grievances and still not throw a temper tantrum. The temper tantrum is the non-agreement, but the voicing your things. And I felt like she didn't have his back in that because he tells you that he's overwhelmed and you're like, well, I'm not.
Well, I felt like she was saying, allow you to be overwhelmed. Like, let that be on you. Mm-hmm. Because it's not a me thing.
No, and I get that, but I liken that to somebody inviting us to something and you don't want to go and you say, let me ask my wife, because you put it on me. You don't want to go, but you say, let me ask my wife. Is that not the exact same thing?
Not in my case.
It's the exact same thing to me. I don't think it is. He's like, hey, I don't want to do this. Belynda got to get her hair. I'm giving you multiple reasons. I don't want to do it, number one. Number two, Belynda going to go get her hair done. And number three, y'all getting on my nerves.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reasons.
It kind of was, though.
It was a reason, but not the reason for him. And that's why I just didn't agree with, man. I was like, man, you signed up for this show, man. And I'm pretty sure they told you schedules change a lot or a little. But I know that's not a surprise. And you being irritated about it means diddly squat. It doesn't change anything. You're contracted to be on the show. Mm-hmm. So now what?
Belynda then brings up a conversation that she had with Jalyn, saying Chad said that he had a conversation with Josh and he and Josh had decided that they thought production was trying to draw a wedge in between them. Jalyn told her that no, all he texted about was this. And I was like, do you get his iMessages to your phone? Because
I didn't understand how she know that was it.
She said, I saw it with my own eyes. There could have been more to the text message exchange. They could have had a quick phone conversation. You don't know. The person to ask would have been Josh, because Josh is who he said he spoke with. Yeah. But Belynda was committed to, Jalyn said this, you're lying. Mm-hmm. And so they sat down with Dr. Pia and, or actually, no, they hadn't sat down with Dr. Pia. They called Dr. Pia on the phone. Or was that the next episode?
That was the next episode.
I hate this.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that was the next episode.
Anyways.
I think with the whole being frustrated, it's okay. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be, upset about it. But what's not okay is attitudes. This shouldn't mess up what y'all had. And that's what leads me to believe it's more than just I'm frustrated about the the production schedule and stuff like that.
I get it though. When you're a person who is regimented and you're a regimented person, and say you wake up at 4:00 in the morning and you normally go to bed at 9:00, now production is like, nah, you gotta stay up till midnight. You do that 4 or 5 days a week, you're frustrated.
Yeah.
I felt like that's where he's coming from.
I feel like that was not, or it wasn't expressed well.
I'm reading between the lines. As a person that has had to film things for a large production, and I'm not even the talent and I'm irritated because we got the talent reshooting stuff over and over again. Because like one of those things, when at decision day, when the person gives them a hug and leaves out of the door, how they never close the door. That's because they filmed that scene 5 or 6 different times. Yeah. And it's like, when I have to do that until midnight and I'm ready to go to bed, screw all this. All y'all can get out of my house. So that's why I say I understand where he's coming from. Was it the best articulation of how he felt and how like things should go? No. But did I understand? Absolutely. Well, and I've been very skeptical of Chad since the very beginning.
I'm still skeptical.
So since Chad, I'm giving this grace, I have to firmly believe it.
I've been skeptical of him since he put that flag out there on that porch.
I was skeptical before that.
Anyway, that's all I got for you.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
That's everybody. All right. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell. I don't know what time he's about to change clothes and pretend that this was another day, but I'm going to be in the same outfit for this next video. So we'll see y'all in a few for episode 12. We'll see you on Saturday. I don't know when this is coming out. This will probably come out after Little Brew, huh?
This will probably come out today. This one.
Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Love Brew, and Thursday night for Lovers Only. We had our biggest crowd yet this week. We did have a big crowd. We had a fun. I was late, but we had a fun time. Yeah. I'm gonna be on time next week.
Yeah. So join the membership.
Yeah.
Join us in the membership on Thursdays. Get you a shirt from the shop, and
and when you join it, post in the community tab what your favorite cuss word is. Yeah. Running joke.
Right.
All right.
What's my favorite word?
We'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Peace.